Okay, so I'm in a new project in After Effects and I'm going to import a file. So the file is called Drum Key Clone and it can be found in Activity 811 Files. So I'm just going to open it and we'll double click on it to see what we've got here. So if I just press play, you'll see that it's a dude kind of drumming, pretending to drum against a green screen. And we're going to use this footage in a composition eventually. So what we want to do is we want to kind of remove him from that background so that he's usable. So we're going to go back to the composition view and we're going to drag this. Well, first of all, we're going to make a composition. So we're going to call this drummer and we'll choose HDTV 1080-25. And we'll set the duration to 5 seconds. Okay, and we're going to drag that down into this comp. So the first thing that you can see is that even though this is quite well green screened, you'll see that we've got some stuff that we really just can easily mask out. So for example, on the right hand side here, there's obviously a light stand or something. And it'll be easy for us to just remove that without having to get too technical. And also the quality of the green varies around here. So towards the edges it's a little bit lighter, towards the middle it's a bit darker. So it's different shades of green. So in a situation like this, it makes sense for you to just create a garbage mat or a mask, we call it a garbage mat, that just gets rid of the garbage, the stuff that is easy to get rid of, so that you can focus on the stuff that's difficult to get rid of, and that's the green around this guy. And some of the difficult parts are going to be where these drumsticks are actually a little bit blurred because he's drumming so fast. So those parts are going to be difficult. So we just want to do a garbage mat to begin with, just to get rid of the easy stuff. So we're at 0 seconds. We're going to select that layer and we're going to use the pen tool. And you don't want to put in too many points here because it's going to make work for you, but we're just going to click, not click and drag. You don't want curves. You just want straight lines with points. We're going to click around this whole scene here. Okay, and around there, and then back to the beginning. Okay, so we've created a garbage mat, but now if I drag my playhead, you'll see that he goes outside, like there. He goes outside of the garbage mat in places. So we need to animate this garbage mat so that it tracks him a little bit more. So I'm going to select that layer, press M for masks, and you'll see the mask path property is what we want to animate. So at 0 seconds, put your stopwatch on for mask path. And now I'm just going to drag my playhead forward until I can see he's going out. So you see there his drumstick's sort of quite close to the edge there. So I'm going to take my selection tool and I'm just going to click away first and then just take that point and move it out a little bit. So you'll see now that point animates as it goes out there. Now here starts to go out there. So now I want to drag that out like that. Okay, and now this can come back in again. Okay, there he goes out again there, so we'll do that. Okay. Now he comes back the other side, so we'll bring these in again. Just excuse the dog's barking. And now we go out on this side. Maybe even a little bit more. And then he comes back in again. So last frame, he's kind of back in here. Okay, so you don't have to take too much time on this. It's really just a roughed out garbage mat. So let me just play this back. Okay, so you can see this footage is only 2 seconds and 22 frames. So what I'm going to do is cut back the work area to just that area. So I'm going to go to 2 seconds 22 frames and just press N to set the work area to that end point. So now if I play it back, it's just going to loop around that point. Okay, so now we've got our garbage mat. Now we need to get rid of the green. So I'm going to click on this button here, which says toggle transparency grid, and that means I can see, instead of black, I can actually see what's transparent here. So I need that so that I can see what kind of a key I'm able to make. So I'm going to select that layer, right click, Effect, Keying, Key Light 1.2. Okay, and it opens up in the effect controls here, and this is a really amazing keying filter or effect. So it says screen color here, and at the moment it's set to black. So I'm just going to take that eyedropper and I'm going to click on this green, and you can see straight away it tries to key out the green. It's done a fairly good job, but you can see up at the top here there's some gray colors coming in here. So our key isn't excellent, and this footage is fairly low quality footage. It's kind of really old footage that I've had for quite a few years, and so it's kind of degraded a little bit, but that's fine. It's good enough for us to work with here. So we need to improve this key here. So what we're going to do is change our view from final results to source alpha. No, not source alpha, screen mat. Okay, so what that does is it shows us the key. So the white is what's going to remain visible, the black is what's going to be hidden, and the gray is a poor key. So now where the drumsticks are blurred, we can accept some gray because it's kind of a blurred area, but around there we don't. So we're going to go down to the screen mat properties, and you'll see these two values here, clip black and clip white. So I'm going to drag on clip black until all my black areas are black and not gray. You don't want to go too far because then you're going to take the drumsticks away. So you want to get it so that you still see the drumsticks. Then I'm going to take clip white down so that all the white areas are white and not gray. So I've got a much sharper key. Then, because this is fairly low footage and it's a bit pixelated around the edges now, we're going to go to screen softness, and we're just going to increase that a little bit just to soften the edge of that key. I'm looking at a value of about 10. Yeah. Okay, so that's a much better key here. So I'm just going to change my view from screen mat back to source. Back to final result. And I'm going to click away. And now I've got a much better key. So if I just play this back. Okay, now the bits showing at the top and the bottom I'm not worried about because I'm going to scale this up. I actually think that screen softness is a bit too high. I'm going to take it down to 2. Let's see. Okay, that's a bit better. Right, and then I'm just going to scale this whole thing up. So press S and just scale it up so that his legs are not chopped off. They're actually touching the bottom of the screen. And then let's see what our key looks like. Okay, much better. So once you get to this point, do a screen grab showing your key with a transparent background and your key light settings here, and then upload that to this activity. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and see you next time.